Johnny Dumbbell, what's good, fam? You ready to dive right in tonight?
Let's get it going, baby. We got 3 swipes right. We got to get. I can't even talk. We got to get you 3 swipe rights tonight.
3 right swipes. Well, hey, I am the black belt of Bumble, and Johnny, you're my sensei of swiping. So let's get right to it, sir. First up, we got Haley tonight. I gotta tell you, Johnny, I like the long hair. I like how she got it flowing in the pictures. The glasses are kind of cute. You know, she got a nice little look here to her.
She definitely pushed him up for that selfie, guaranteed. As you should. As you should.
All right. She got a bio here, Johnny. Imagine that.
What? No.
Shout out to her. Now, it's not a very long bio, but it does give us a little glimpse into this woman's life. It says most likely to be seen at a concert or sporting event buying overpriced drinks.
Yeah, she's going to the ones out here.
Hey, shout out to Pittsburgh sporting events and their overpriced drinks. So she drinks socially. I like that. I like that because this tells me that this is a woman I can ask to meet me for a drink at a bar, which is one of the things that I do enjoy doing sometimes. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at her here, Johnny, on the field. She says, I never shut up about Cristiano Ronaldo and Harry Styles.
Wow, that's kind of I mean, they're both pretty boys in their own right, but I mean, you know, I see what she's saying. She likes the pretty ones. That's cool.
Okay. After work, you can find me making drinks behind the bar in the Packer Stadium district. Go Pack, go.
Oh boy.
Hey,
I mean, if she's pouring drinks, I'm happy.
Johnny, I prefer Browns fans, but you know, she's definitely a football fan. Johnny, I gotta tell you, the vibe I'm getting, this woman's probably more compatible with you than she is me.
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe not this week since the Packers are actually playing here in beautiful Pittsburgh on Sunday night, by the way.
Johnny, why do you think she's here? Why do you think she's coming up on my Bumble?
I thought she was
in the Youngstown, Pittsburgh, Cleveland area. Okay. I don't know. Let's find out.
I thought she was kind of like those Dallas Cowboys fans that we all grew up around who have never even been to Texas. So I don't know.
Okay. A review by a friend. Ultimate wing woman. Kind of mean. She'll make you do shots of JMO. Smile while you're doing it. Cares too much about sports.
Bruh.
She probably knows more about sports than I do, homie. I don't watch that much sports. I don't have time to relax on that level.
I'm going to go ahead and doubt that because I think, a lot of these do seem to be the company lines, things that I've seen myself a lot on Bumble recently. So I think that we're coming across a lot of things where she's trying to, and I'm not saying she's capping about it. I'm saying like she really wants to identify with the guy who likes the things she's listing here. So I think it's kind of a projection of what she's looking for, as well as possibly a co-interest on her part. But she's making an effort.
Johnny, this woman is definitely in town for the football game this week. It says she's from PA but lives in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Ah, got it. Okay.
You might run into her at the game, Johnny.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm going. I think I'm just going to kind of tailgate here at the at the homestead. I'm going to probably have a little grill on the porch or something like that.
All right, well, here's the thing.
Which, by the way, if you're free.
Nephews, we always talk about compatibility and how your time is your most valuable resource. And I just don't think I have enough things in common with this woman to want to set a date up with her. So I'm going to go ahead and pass on this.
Yeah, I mean, that could be good for one of you other gentlemen who have a little bit more of an open schedule, but looks like this might not be good for him.
We're all good here. All right, let me preview the next profile. I got to jump back and forth between the profiles to make sure that there's nothing in it that I can't share.
Now, while Bill's doing that, if you guys have...
We might pull up IGs tonight, Johnny.
We might have to do that. But while Bill's going ahead and previewing this right here, If you guys could leave us in the comments, if you have any really great or really terrible online dating stories, we'd love to read about them in the comments. Please let us know, man. Share them with us right here.
All right, Johnny. Next up, we got Adriana, 31 years old. Cute. I like the long dark hair, brown skin I'm feeling. A lover of all things art. I spend my time going to exhibitions, museums, and concerts. I enjoy trying new places to eat and exploring. Big nature lover as well.
Bless that bitch.
That sounds pretty concise. I like that. That gives you a really good idea. That gives you, if you're intuitive at all, it should give you several ideas of what the first meeting or the first date can be like. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of thing where you're going to, not only read what she writes there, but read between the lines a little bit too, and think a little, and babe, need be, think outside the box a little bit if you have to. But right about here, she's pretty precise. I mean, I don't think there's going to have to be a whole lot of brainstorming on your part. Just kind of figure out what, when, and where.
All right, she's 4'11", so she's petite. I'm digging that too. She rarely drinks. I know not to ask her to go have a drink at a bar. Lover of all things or art and big nature lover as well. Johnny, this is a duck pond date if I've ever seen one. What do you think, sir?
I mean, this is the time of year for pumpkin spice lattes and feeding inappropriate food to the ducks. Remember, not bread. But yeah, I would agree. I think it's kind of a nice, a hoodie weather walk. Maybe some hot to drink, some cider, some whatever else. But that sounds like something that might be appealing to her. And I mean, like I say, you're going to need to understand, these kinds of things when you're in that opening discussion. It shouldn't be this long volley of small talk. All right, we should be arranging to get to know each other just a little bit. Do we exchange numbers? If yes, do we set up the date? It's not rocket science.
Okay, she says my favorite quality in a person is honesty, openness, and empathy.
Stop the cap.
Oh, I'm sorry. I fell asleep halfway through that because I saw it on the last 1,700 profiles in a row. I mean, look, I'm not saying those aren't things to hope for. I'm not saying those aren't great things to look for. But again, I would hope that's what you're looking for if you're, if you're looking for any kind of relationship, whether it's committed or not.
Well, I see a little bit of a red flag here. Empathy. I don't think young men should be too empathetic to women in general. I think if you're looking for a solid woman who's got her life together, she is not going to need help from you on things. So she's not going to need you to be very empathetic. The women that want you to be empathetic typically need help in some areas, and it might not be financially. Maybe they don't have their life together mentally.
It does kind of sound like be patient because I feel like I'm kind of a screw up, whether she is or not. You know what I mean? But I think that, that does kind of, I feel like she's almost kind of subtly pre-warning you that, listen, I'm a pain in the ass, so just bear with me.
Bear with me. I'm going to avoid accountability on issues. Expect you to understand.
Right.
So when I see empathy, and I've been in a situation where you almost have to wear kid gloves with the woman because they can't take the stress. Their brains aren't built to handle the cortisol like ours are. Right. So they just have to avoid the accountability and need you to be empathetic. And I like women who take more accountability in their life. Now, honest and openness, we talk about this all the time. That's your standard operating procedure. That should be your best practices for how you conduct yourself as a man. So favorite quality in a person, as long as you move with integrity, women are naturally going to be drawn to you. But you have to be able to tell them no, even when they expect you to be empathetic.
Well, and I think that does fall in line with the whole, you have to be able to get to like yourself to the point where you want to share that person that you just discovered that you like. Because if you have that and you move that way and you move as if you had that understanding with yourself, that is going to go a long way with not only showing your own self-respect, but, like Bill said, causing them to respect you as well.
She says here, if I had to describe dating me in 3 words, bubbly, creative, and introspective. Okay. You know what? I'll let her rock with that if that's how she wants to
Yeah, I
describe
mean,
herself.
I think that I see. I always feel like that's such a waste of a question. It's such a waste of a question, and it was such a waste of an answer because there's not a single person that's going to go out there and be like, "Well, hell, now that you asked, yeah, no, I'm kind of an asshole." I mean, you'll get used to it though. I mean, nobody's going to put that. So I feel like when you have that kind of thing going through there, it's just kind of like, man, I feel like you could have probably, ex- you know, uh, um, shown that to me in our interactions, rather than having to kind of come right out front and say it. I mean, I understand that was a prompt, something they wanted you to answer. You answered it. But again, I mean, to me, that just kind of rolls off my back. I don't really that doesn't stick out to me. And honestly, most people's response to that question probably wouldn't. A lot of it's just going to be, the buzzwords, the hashtags, the company line, you know.
I don't know, Johnny. I got to tell you, so far, I'm kind of feeling her. I'm leaning towards swiping on her.
Yeah, she's got a kind of a cute personality with, what the kinds of pictures
I,
she's
I
taking.
like I like the hair, the eyes, her little smile, the nature
I'm not seeing a
part.
whole lot of provocative, much
Right. Not,
provocative about anything. Yeah.
I'm not seeing any thirst trapping.
Mm-mm. No, and she's very attractive. She probably could. But it looks like she's taking the high road on these photos. Yeah, what the hell?
I'm not seeing anybody advertising IG or TikTok or her
Mm-mm.
Snap. All right, she says, I value building deep and emotional, safe connections. So I'd rather go at a pace that honors that.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, I mean, see, here's the thing, though. I mean, I don't. I think she really means every word of that. But what she is young enough to probably not quite understand, and young men, she's going to understand it long before most of you will, no matter whether you listen to us 1,000 times telling you or not. But remember, she is going to be able to make her decisions based on her level of attraction to you. So this is not a matter of, no, I'm going to take the lead and tell you when things happen. That's not what we're saying at all. What's happening here is that she is not quite aware that she is going to be biologically sexually drawn to the man who can lead and make her want to follow, by the way he does things, by the way he moves, by the way he, conducts himself. So she doesn't understand that that is going to give her that biological attraction that is really uncontrollable because, hi, biological. Um, so I mean, yeah, she doesn't understand it any better than you guys do. But again, if you don't figure that out, she will before you do. Um, but she can and will be led by the guy she's attracted to. And I think that what she's talking about at her own pace is I think it's going to be the kind of thing that happens organically when she decides to follow the guy who's leading her. That's what that sounds like to me. Bill?
Well, Johnny, here's the thing. In nephews, you should be going at your own pace. You shouldn't be following their lead at all. And here's the thing. You shouldn't be trying to smash these women right away. You should have enough self-respect to vet them and look at their personality and look how compatible you are with them and make them earn that kind of attention from you.
Yeah, I mean that's got to be something that you're going to have to vet these women before you even give them that.
So, but here's the thing, though. When she says she'd rather go to pace that honors that, this woman would be trying to rip my clothes off of me after 2 days of texting me, getting audio messages, a couple voice messages. She would not be able to wait to meet me. I guarantee it.
Yep. And I mean,
So
and that's exactly it. So we're looking at, a situation where at her own pace, I think she means when she is mentally ready, but in reality, it is going to be when she's biologically ready. And believe me, she will let you know.
all right, look, that photo we had up. Look back here, this one right here. Little photo of her.
Mhm.
It's hanging up in the museum down here. You see it on the right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm swiping right here on her.
Or it's a photo app.
All right, Adriana, we'll see what else you got.
Yeah.
There
Hey,
you go, Johnny. That's
even if this is a
one.
photo app, those are interesting photos. I like them.
That's one for tonight, sir. All right, hold on. Let me check Cam out real quick, see what we're working with here. Now, nephews, you might think
Like
that
the white
this is
dress.
about my own ego, but we really approach this as a way to help you. I want to be of service, I have a mission here. I'm a man on a mission. So if it's not furthering my mission, it's not something I'm trying to push. So I'm really not trying to be too egotistical here, although I am drawing on my extensive experience with women. You also have to understand that as men, I think we should be leading by example. So I'm often going to tell you what I would do in a certain circumstance or situation.
Yeah. And, and that's the thing is that when we tell you that there's a moral to the stories, both great and disastrous from our experience, believe me, there's a moral to those stories. And hopefully you learn it that way instead of the way we did.
All right, Johnny, next up tonight, we got Pam. Pam here is 44. Yeah, you're younger than me. And Johnny, I gotta say, I typically am not too compatible with women my age. If they don't have a very active lifestyle, if they don't eat healthy, if they're not doing certain things, they're just not going to be on my level mentally, physically. And I'm not looking for a woman I got to coach. Okay, I'll do that. I mean,
that never works. Jesus, that never works.
I'll do that with these young men all day long. But when I get into situations where I got to start giving this woman the game on how to get her life in order, it's a turn off to me.
Yeah, that's not happening.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, look right here. Active lifestyle and healthy eating.
Bless that bitch.
I'm already interested.
That's what I'm talking about.
Life is beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta tell you that.
Let's enjoy.
The white dress got my attention. But yeah, this is
rarely drinks. I like that because if you're really taking care of yourself, you're not gonna drink a lot of alcohol.
No, I mean, number one, it's not good on your fitness. Number two, it's really not good on your wallet.
Johnny. You know what it says here?
Afraid of that.
She's looking for something casual.
Oh, man, I gotta wear my glasses here.
All right, let's see what else we got here, Pam. My favorite quality in a person.
Here we go.
Honesty and kindness.
Stop the cap.
At least we don't have empathy again.
Bruh.
I think she's probably kicking herself for forgetting to put that in there as we speak.
Yeah, well, you know what, Pam? If we match, I'll help you build a more solid profile.
Yeah, because I mean,
what I'd really like to find is a friendship that leads to a relationship.
Young men, and I really hope I have your attention when I say this. Young men, best male friends only become lifelong partners, boyfriends, and husbands in the movies. They make movies because they're supposed to be about extraordinary situations that are highly unlikely. Otherwise, you wouldn't want to watch them. The point that I'm making here is that this is the kind of thing that you can't allow yourself to fall into, because real romance, real love, real connection is more than just that kind of, slowly, gradually building thing. This woman knows within 5 minutes of meeting you whether she's attracted to you. She knows within 5 days of knowing you whether or not you would be commitment material, and I'm being generous when I give that time frame. If you are coming in and trying to slide under that friend radar because you think that if you're right there in front of her face, as soon as she becomes eligible, you're the arm she's going to come falling into, that is not how this works. You are going to, one of these days, you're going to see how that fails, and then you are going to be pissed off at the world because that's just how these women are. No, man. If you present yourself as a friend, you are going to get treated as a friend. And I'm sorry, man, but yes, it is fair.
All right, Johnny, this is cap to me. This is the woman playing it safe.
Oh, no, definitely.
Because I'll tell you what most women want to find, especially when they put that they're looking for something casual in their profile. I don't know what they're looking for, Johnny. Looking for me.
Well, and see, this is where I got a feeling that this whole thing is capped because you're looking for a casual relationship, but you're looking for a friendship to lead into a relationship. So the only way that makes sense to me is if you're looking for a friends with benefits, and if he can blow your back out, then maybe he can be your boyfriend. That's when you put those together.
All right, well, at least we're on the same page here. Okay, Angel says she disagrees. Friendship is important first and foremost because physical eventually goes away. Attraction and friendship are super important.
Well, and I
Angel,
agree with that,
okay.
but I think that the friendship is going to have to wait because the thing of it is that if the first thing out of her mouth is that she wants to be your friend, she's already decided she's not attracted to you. Now, I remember you commenting on our show correctly, I might add, that she knows within 5 seconds that she's going to sleep with this guy. So, I mean,
Now,
the whole friendship thing I'm sorry, that's, I just don't buy it. I think that she knows whether she's attracted to you in that biological sexual way. Now, I do agree that there's going to have to be a partnership, an emotional and mental partnership once that relationship is committed and established. But that's quite a ways down the road. We're talking about the initial phases here.
so to me, you're going to have a sort of I wouldn't really say a friendship, but you will have a bond with the woman that you're consistent with and that is showing you consistency. And through that consistency, what you're going to gain is respect. And I would rather a woman have respect for me than me be her friend. Because I'm not trying to be her friend. I'm trying to be her boyfriend. And that's going to require me to be in the lead, which means often I'm going to have to tell her no sometimes. I'm going to have to, okay, it's important that I'm with a woman that's going to follow my lead. And that's, if we're out in public and look, I'm streetwise. I've been around a couple of times. I can tell when something's going to pop off. If I look at a woman and say, hey, I think we need to get out of here, I need a woman that's going to not question me, not get upset that she doesn't get to finish her drink, you know, who's going to be like, okay, whatever, let's go. So who trust me like that. That comes through consistency and respect.
Yep.
All right. Now, Angel says, yes, very true, but I still have to like to hang out with a man and have things in common with him, etc.
Well, yeah, but you don't have to be friends to do that. I mean, all that requires is that very biological sexual attraction we were talking about. You know, like we said many times, that those kinds of rules as we see them here, they disappear as soon as she realizes she's attracted to you.
Okay, but here's the thing. If Angel, if we're compatible, let's use you and I for this discussion here. If you and I are compatible, we're going to enjoy each other's time. We're going to want to naturally spend time with each other. So, you know, still have to like to hang out. Of course, you're going to like to hang out with me. That goes without saying. But having things in common. Now, all right, here's where I have a small problem with this. Because when you start looking for like guys that you have things in common with, what you're going to end up with is men that want to sleep with you, and they're going to pretend to like the things that you like because they're going to think that that gives them a foot in the door with you. Whatever it is, let's say you picked up pickleball next week and you put it in your dating profile and you start meeting guys and they're pretending they're into it. They're Googling the rules. They're doing everything they can to learn about this interest that you have because they're looking for some kind of commonality or common thread with you. Yep. So I'm not saying you're not wrong. You have to want to enjoy, you have to want to spend time with that person. You have to enjoy it.
I mean, we don't disagree with that, but that's not a friendship capacity.
She said, now back to the profile here. She says she's happiest when she's in nature. I like women who like to go out on hikes and stuff. Same. I like being in nature. I mean,
yeah, the act of nature. I mean, that's the kind of thing that's really nice. You know, I mean, look, I know some couples can sit around and watch TV and eat all day and be happy and together. And if that's something the both of you love, great. But for Uncle Bill and me, no, we like to be a little bit healthier. We like to be a lot more active. And, you know, obviously we're going to be seeking out partners that, you know, are going to be compatible with that.
Speaking of which, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to be compatible with this woman or not. Now, she's really leads an active lifestyle and healthy eating. Definitely something I can get behind. She's looking for something casual. Definitely something I can get behind because
But then she's
my
also
time is
looking
going
for
to
a
be
friendship to be a relationship.
right. I was getting to that, Johnny.
Sorry.
My time is very limited. So when they're looking for something serious right away, that's kind of an indicator to me that her and I might not be compatible because I'm going to need several months before I'm even interested in something serious. I need consistency over all things.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just it. I mean, do we want to try to do this over 30 days? Do we want to try to do this over 90 days? I ain't got 90 days. At least I don't think I do. I might.
Oh, my favorite quality in a person is honesty and kindness. Now, this to me says the bar here is pretty low. That
Yeah, I
and
mean, that's basic.
pretty
Yeah.
sad, Johnny. That if that's what women are looking for, like that's their bare minimum. I need you to be honest to me and kind. Like, don't be a dick and don't lie, bro. Like,
I just feel
bare
like she
minimum.
didn't. I feel like she just didn't want to leave that one blank.
Well, like I said, Johnny, we've done through 4 or 5 profiles tonight, and that's been on 3 of them.
Right.
I don't like this friendship that leads to a relationship,
No.
but she could have just worded it a little differently.
Mhm.
Compatibility that leads to a relationship.
And remember, fellas, if you're in one of these friendships that's supposedly leading to a relationship, I want you to take a look at how often she texts first, how often you guys hang out, who's paying for it, things like that. Because I don't know about this girl, but there are a lot of girls out there that will kind of string you along, giving you that whole, hey, we're friends, but we could develop into more kind of thing. And, when you see that hot, cold behavior, when you see she's inconsistent, when you see that she's, only calling you when she wants to go out to eat something or, whatever happens to be, it's going to be very important that you set your ego aside as you analyze the behavior. Ask yourself at all times during these situations, would she do this if she is interested or uninterested? If she is interested, would she do this or would she do that? You just have to be able to bottom line these things. And sometimes those answers hurt, but you're going to have to hurt to grow, man. It's called growing pains.
All right, Johnny, I think I'm going to swipe on this one.
We're going right on this one?
I'm really on the fence. Chat, what do you think? Chat, should I swipe right on this one or swipe left? I mean, really, there's like the bare minimum on the profile to get me to swipe right on it.
Chat.
I like the.
Look,
I like
Chad,
the
I think she's
healthy
cute and
eating.
all, but I think she's inconsistent here.
Come on, chat. What do you think? Right or left on this one? I'm on the fence about it. I mean, yeah, she's attractive, but a lot of women are attractive. Caleb says go for it. All right, Caleb, you're saying swipe right, huh? All right, Caleb says swipe right, Johnny. Anybody else got it? All right, Brandy. Shout out to Brandy.
Hey.
Brandy says it's BS. Friendships never develop into relationships.
No, and I mean, on the rare occasion that I've seen them develop into a forced, committed relationship, they didn't last very long.
I think as much as preach. Left. Oh. All right, check this out, Brandy. Angel's saying left. Caleb's saying right. Brandy, what should I do? You'll be the deciding vote here tonight. We're going left or right, Brandy? She likes nature.
Or you could give us an R or an L. I'm good with that too.
Active lifestyle, healthy eating. Brandy says right. Right it is.
The important thing is we got 2 swipes now, so we're good. We're on track.
Man, this one's got puppies, Johnny. No, how I feel about puppies.
No, don't put that on me. No, you're not going to bribe me with puppies. I'm sorry. You're cute.
All right, hold on. Let me check out the profile real quick, bro.
Don't put the puppy's face on your profile. That's not fair either.
Got puppies. I want to go play with the puppies. All right, look. All right, let me check this out.
That's what she wants.
All right, next up we got Brenda. She's 30 with some puppies. says lover of animals, sunset, nature, gardening, and everything cooking.
Bless that bitch.
Searching for my forever partner. Swipe right if you're ready for a lifetime adventure with me.
Can we bring the puppies?
Hey, she's trying to lock you in for life, fellas. So
Yep.
she wants kids someday.
She and the puppies are a package deal.
She never drinks.
So one day you get a puppy
Right.
together, then you break up and you got to pay puppy support.
Johnny says the world would be a better place with more kind people.
Stop the cap.
For the love of God. Are we 5 for 6 on this one now?
Bruh.
I think so.
Jesus, Jones, man. Listen, I'm glad that people want to see kindness. I'm glad to see people love to laugh too, because you never want to be around people who hate to laugh. This is exactly where that's along the lines of. I mean, come on, man. I understand you got to write something there, but for the love of God, I mean, if it's something that people now on my profile, when they ask me the cliche questions, I'm giving them smart ass answers. But the fact of the matter is that I'm adding humor to my profile. Do that. If you're sick of the same questions, you don't want to say, if it's something you don't want to leave blank, you can at least throw some humor in there. That's at least that's my 2 cents on it.
All right, Johnny. It says my dream is to live life fully, embrace the beauty all around us.
Embrace the booty.
Embracing the beauty all around us. You want to translate that for us, sir?
I think this is it's a very Zen statement. I mean, this could go a couple of directions, man. No, I don't think this is any kind of a hippie thing, but I do think that it's kind of a very beautiful way to say a very common thing. This is just kind of a poetic way of her saying she loves nature, I think.
Look, I like that she's out here with the animals. Look, here's her with some rabbits. She said, what if I told you that I smile crazy a lot?
Depends on what you're smiling crazy at.
Yeah,
like if you're angry with me and you start that maniacal laughter thing, yeah, I'm out.
Here's one. All right.
God, I had a few of those.
Well, she's from Antibes. I don't know, man. I'm probably gonna have to say no. I do. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to pass on this one, bro. I like.
Yeah, Angel, I gotta agree with that. Yeah, definitely.
All right, what's she say here? Most of these profiles seem to have very little effort. Tells you more than any other BS line would.
Yep,
absolutely.
Well, and like I say,
we're looking for reasons to not swipe on some of these.
And just like we tell you guys, no response is a response. I'm going to go ahead and be of the belief that no description is description.
Hold on, Johnny. We got a call.
Call from Stacy.
Sorry, fell off. All right, Antibes, Brenda from Antibes. We're going to go ahead and pass on this one. I'm just way too busy to date a goat herder. I just can't date a goat herder right now, bro.
Nothing personal.
No. All right, next up we got Jessica. Let me see. Let me check this one out real quick, John.
So while Bill's doing that, in the comments, and it could be the old days of online dating or recent, but what is the farthest you've ever driven to meet somebody that you met online?
The farthest I've ever driven to meet somebody that I met online, probably 35 minutes. And that's because look, I'm matching with women from Cleveland, so sometimes I'll get them to meet me halfway between Youngstown and Cleveland. Brandy says 2 hours travel.
Okay.
Danielle says Jessica.
Now,
is
my
pretty.
question to you, Brandy, did you regret it or was it like really cool?
Angel says 12 hours.
No, you did not. Really?
Bless that bitch.
Damn.
Wow. I love it. Tell me more. I need to know a little bit more about this. 12
Yeah, I
hours.
gotta know. I don't know what kind of sex it would take for me to drive 12 hours, but I ain't had it.
All right, let's check out Jessica here. 39. All right, she's cute. Danielle's right. I like the little glasses on her hair. Danielle says 12 hours is diabolical. Had to be some good dick, huh?
Man.
All right.
Anyway.
Johnny, I got to tell you, there's no bio here.
Oh, man.
It's all right. See what
No
else
description is a description.
we got. Right. See what else we got here. Perfect first date. Getting tattoos.
Bruh.
Nope. I'm gonna go ahead and say depends on now. Let me guess who's paying. Yeah, no. Oh God.
All right, nephews, let me give you a little bit of game on this as somebody who gets tattooed at least once every other month. You should never go on a tattoo date with a woman, even if she wants to pay, because you don't know how, especially if you don't know how well you sit, there's chances are you could look like a little bitch in front of her when she takes that tattoo needle better than you do. When you're sitting there in more discomfort, when you're sitting there straining and that woman ate that shit up, you're going to feel like a fool.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even so much that, it's also just like, like Bill said, this is kind of an expensive first date if you think about it. So, like I said, that's yeah, I think that this is kind of a girl who's saying, hey, buy us tattoos. That'll be our first date. No, I'm not doing that.
Well, here's the thing. It's probably a compatibility thing for her. She probably has a bunch of tattoos. We haven't gotten to the profile yet. She's probably into guys that are also heavily tattooed. So, like I said, compatibility.
Yeah.
That's her idea of a perfect first date. I don't want to knock her for it. That's
No,
just
I mean,
not something that I'm going. And when I do get ink, like I got my dude booked for the entire day. And I need that 6, 7, 8 hours, whatever piece we're shooting.
Yeah.
I'm not going to split that up with a woman. And I don't know. I look at her. She's not even that heavily tattooed.
no,
Look,
at least not from
she
what
got
we're
all
seeing
this
from the
bear
chat.
skin outfit knotting on her throat, chest. She got some little flash tattoo on her right arm there. Like, man,
Yeah, I mean, I think it's if anything, maybe they're down the legs or something. I don't know, but I'm not seeing it.
All right, send me a like if you speak sarcasm.
Oh, for Christ's sake. All right. So that's another one of the company lines where it's just kind of coming across as I'm irreverently funny. And really what it is she cracks a joke every once in a while. I mean, maybe she really is, but again, that's just something that I'm actually surprised that's the first that we've seen of that statement tonight.
Well, here's my problem, Johnny. Some women can be passive aggressive. So when they're using sarcasm, they're actually insulting you, nephews. Y'all just aren't picking up on it.
Well, yeah, I mean, either that or, this is kind of like their way of starting out by saying, look, eventually I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to respect you a little bit less and start to ridicule you a little bit more. So just be ready.
Okay.
Now,
well,
I don't think that's, like what she's overtly saying here, but,
a little bit of roasting's fine. Like,
yeah.
I need to, like Angel was saying earlier, I need to have a good time with her. So if we could joke, we're going to be joking back and forth. I'm probably going to clown on her a little bit about something, because I'm looking to see how on point the woman is. I'm checking to see if her nails are together, if her hair's, on point, just everything.
Hey, look, I'm gonna clown a little bit every once in a while, and I expect her to clown back.
Right. Johnny, this is a bare minimum profile. What she put?
Yeah, I
4
mean, it
words
makes
in it and some pictures from her camera roll.
it earns a CC minus, but yeah,
C
neon paint
minus.
pick's kind of cool though.
That's a fair assessment. All right, so I'm going to pass on this. There's just not enough here to think that we're compatible.
Yeah,
I
pretty
mean,
girl. I like the glasses.
unless
Yeah.
Danielle, unless you like her, I know you thought she's a little attractive. If you want me to swipe on her for you, I got you, boo.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. We can work that out one.
All right, yeah, let me pass on this one. Blessings on your journey.
Best of luck, dude.
All right, Johnny. Off rip, she's flicking off the camera. I do not like disrespectful women. Let me check out her profile. We'll break it down for the nephews anyway.
Man.
All right, look. All right, Johnny, I gotta say, she might come back. She might come back from that. Okay, Montana, 25. About Montana, I'm a Browns fan, so you know I'm delusional.
I like it.
Well, what you know how I just love dating women who are Browns fans, Johnny. Do I gotta say this every single week?
Well, I mean, hey, look, it's exactly for me, it's a good economical reason, Bill.
Danielle said she should have stuck with the first pitcher and called it quits.
I didn't see the other one yet.
All right.
I missed the other one.
She got some Nikes on, it looks like. Says she almost never works out, drinks socially. At least she's honest. I know. Okay, so maybe her and I aren't that compatible.
Yeah, I mean,
teach me something about music or art. I got the best recommendation for deli sandwiches.
Oh, no, you don't. I do.
Bruh.
Okay. The only sandwiches I'm interested in, Johnny, are the ones she's going to make for me. All right. And look.
Well, I mean, if she did express it, she did express an interest in that.
No, let me break it down for you. Now, you should always be leading women. You got to tell them what you expect from them. And let me tell you why. You need to tell this woman how to make a sandwich for you, how you like it. I like mine with pepperoni, pepper jack on it, some banana peppers. We're all each a little different. And if you just tell her to go make you a sandwich and you don't instruct her on how to make a sandwich for you, she's basically going to be making you the sandwich she made the last dude. And that's your own fault.
And I mean,
someone else's sandwich because you didn't give her instructions on how to make a sandwich for you.
Yeah, I mean, and that's going to come around to, as the relationship progresses, setting those boundaries early on. Those things that are non-negotiable to you, she needs to be able to know that. And if she's willing to commit to that, then she's agreeing to that. That way, if later on down the line, if she's crossing one of those boundaries, you go like, hey, cool. I guess we're done. We can keep things casual and fun, but you knew this is a boundary. We don't cross that boundary. And if you do, this is the forfeiture of my commitment to you. So that's the kind of thing. If we're setting those boundaries early on, then, there's no reason why they shouldn't either work out later on or have a very good reason why they did not.
All right, Johnny. It says Montana here likes Drake, Mariah the Scientist, BFD the Pac-Man, Icewear Vizo, Rihanna, Cardi B, and Gucci Mane. So
I think
she does have a little bit of taste in
brother.
music. Some of it I don't care for. It says a nickname my friends have for me is Momo.
Bruh.
I am not calling my bitch.
No, absolutely not.
Oh my God. Now, look, if that was her name and that's what she wanted me to, you know what I'm saying, to call her, I will respect that. But I'm probably going to come up with my own little nickname for her anyway.
Besides, everybody from the 80s knows that in the midnight hour, she's supposed to scream Mo, Mo, Mo. See, we got it all wrong here.
Well,
Get it all
here's
wrong
the thing, man. See, Johnny, I'm built a little bit different. See, I went to the manmindset.com. I got with Steve the Dean Williams, so I got a little bit of game to me. And one thing I'm going to do is if I'm smashing this woman, I'm probably going to name the pussy. And if I'm naming it, I may name the pussy Momo. That might be on the table. But
well, I mean, yeah, if you're looking for a nickname for genitalia, I think that's probably the way to go. But I mean, you know, if you know.
Look, now that means that like I'm gonna send her little messages throughout the day and want to talk to Momo. You know, Momo's gonna get special attention while I'm around. Angel says, "OMG, too funny." My last
you mess with this girl, I don't want to know.
Same thing. If you don't say what she wants to make you another man's sandwich.
That's awesome.
Yep, that's the truth, though. All right, so Momo here. I don't know. I'm getting a real kind of brat vibe from her right from the start with the finger there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the thing of it is that that's kind of like putting yourself in that, you know, like masculine behavior almost. You know, not that it's only masculine to flip somebody off. I'm sure people of all genders can, you know, definitely benefit from getting flipped off or be doing the flipping. But what I'm saying is that when you're putting that forward as your best face, then that's pretty much kind of giving us that upfront. And look, it's cool that you're being upfront with it, but you know, hey, I got an attitude problem. So I mean, if you feel like putting up with it, swipe right.
Hey, Danielle says she'll make me a sandwich anytime I ask.
Bless that bitch.
And yeah, well, and see now we have instructions for Danielle, I guess.
Yeah, and now she's roasting you a little bit, bro. She said Johnny hold that football like it's his life support.
Oh, dude, listen, I'm so friggin' I don't even know what you would call it, but I've got to fidget with something, man. I can't sit here. Like if I have my hands empty, I'd be like, I'm like Will Ferrell from Talladega Nights. Like I'm not sure what to do with my hands. So yeah, I mean, I got to mess with something, and usually the football is what ends up, you know, being my little fidget thing. I can't get with those fidget spinners, man. I can't stand those things. They're too loud.
Back to the show here in Montana. I gotta tell you, I don't think I do like to have drinks with women. I'm gonna pass on this one. But like maybe if I was in a bar and I ran into her in a bar, I would have a little instant date with her if we started clicking.
Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, you know, really, you know, we're giving you the game on online dating because, dude, you know, the bar scene is dead, and you know, it's really not what it was even 5 to 7 to 10 years ago. It's devolved since then, and not that that's necessarily good or bad, but that's just not really the prime place to meet anymore. You know, when people have apps like Bumble in their hip pocket, they don't need it.
Danielle, I am gonna pass on her because that's not something I don't want to deal with a crash out. Okay. And I've dated women in their 20s even recently, and that's what they're more liable to crash out. They're less likely to be able to manage and mitigate their feelings and emotions, and they want you to make excuses for them. And I'm getting some of those vibes here, and I'm not trying to date another crash out, bro. So we're gonna pass on Montana here.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably
blessings on her journey. All right, let me check out the next one, Johnny. All right, Maya, let me preview it real quick.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, I didn't click.
Dude, at that angle, I thought she was pregnant.
No,
for half a second, I didn't realize how she was standing.
Let's see here. Okay. Maya, 37. About Maya. Oh, wow. Equal parts cozy homebody. Oh, now it wants to switch. Hold on.
See?
Equal parts cozy homebody and spontaneous adventurer, fluent in sarcasm, snacks,
Oh, dear
and
God.
sending
See?
me memes to show you I care. I'm big on meaningful conversations, belly
What?
laughs, and people who show up with honesty and heart, looking
Oh,
for
see, there's
something
where
real, steady, and a little bit of magic.
Yeah, see, there's where it all falls apart. See, I hate conversation and I don't like laughing. I mean, again, that's I appreciate that she took time to put that in there, but again, it's not really anything that really just kind of stands out to me. I mean, it tells me a little bit about what she and let's face it, most of the other profiles I've read are going to say they prefer, and I don't think she's capping or anything like that. But again, you're basically telling me that you're just very, very similar to the other people on this dating app. And it just doesn't really stand out to me from a bio standpoint.
Okay, it says to me, self-care is carbs, cuddles, and no unread emails.
From me, or
Well,
no, I look, I get it. I know the importance of clearing your inbox, especially your work inbox, but man,
yeah, self-care and work, bro. I don't even really mess with carbs. I'm mostly keto. All right. If I had to describe dating me in 3 words, better than advertise.
Bruh.
I mean,
You should
creative
take a
choice of 3
different
words, but
Danielle says hating conversation is diabolical, Johnny.
well, no, I mean, like I said, I mean, yeah, you're right, it is, and but but she's sitting there saying, and that's exactly it. So when she puts across, I love conversations. Well, shit, good because you're here to have one with somebody. So yeah, I mean, yeah, just I just felt like she didn't really need to tell me that.
All right. What makes a relationship great is mutual respect, shared laughter, and showing up for each other on hard days.
Bless that bitch.
All right, now see that's a little more specific. You're talking about enduring bad times as well as good times. You're not sitting there telling us what you require or what you prohibit. This is something that she's willing to do for somebody if she's compatible with them. So yeah.
All right. Carbs, cuddles, emails, fluent in sarcasm, snacks, sending me memes, big on meaningful conversations. Johnny, yawn.
I like
All
the
right,
meaningless conversations.
you like the meaningless conversations?
Yep.
All right, let me pass on this one, bro. All right, next up, we got Summer, who's 31. Let me check out her profile real quick.
And while he's doing that, here's a meaningless conversation you can all have. Mario versus Sonic in a fist fight. Who wins?
Johnny, okay, let's check her out here.
All right, what we got?
We got Summer, who's 31. Spicy, sassy, redheaded woman. Mom of 2, shy yet fun. Making me laugh and making you laugh is the best way to connect. I also enjoy deep conversation. Let's bond with music and laugh together.
So I'm shy if you like that. I'm fun if you like that.
Brandy.
I want to make you laugh. I want you to make me. Yeah, I mean,
Brandy, you don't like this one? Come on, girl. You know I like redheads.
well, no, she's saying that Mario would win the fist fight.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, John.
Yeah.
I wasn't even.
I'm kind of with you on that, though. Yeah. I mean, Sonic's quick, but eventually he's going to have to slow down and throw down.
All right. It says, win me over by making me laugh, having a good connection.
I mean, okay, again, sounds like the company line, and for the most part it is. But remember, we tell you about laughter and why it's important because you're doing a deliberate act to elicit a reaction that she may not have complete control over, such as laughter. We all know that we have that kind of moment of laughter where even if we're trying not to laugh, we're going to laugh. By the way, if we're in a situation and it's not funny, you're not supposed to laugh, but you're trying not to, don't look at me. Do not look at me. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, if you can elicit laughter, which is an uncontrollable reaction to a deliberate act, I do really believe that the subconscious is going to wonder what other positive yet uncontrollable things can he make me do. I don't think she's thinking that necessarily in that second, but it definitely is going to be a subconscious afterthought, I feel.
Johnny, I'm out. Can't do it.
What do we got?
Regularly smokes.
Oh, man.
I can't be around a woman who is
No.
poisoning the air I'm trying to breathe, bro. I just can't.
And like I feel like being a hypocrite. I feel like a hypocrite when I agree with that. But the fact of the matter is, look, yes, I did smoke. But I've been off of it for 16 and a half years. And I'll tell you what, it never smells as bad as it does if you smoked and then quit. It always smelled bad. But I mean, once you've smoked and you've quit and it's been a few years, man, it really smells bad.
All right, says the quickest way to my heart is being a gentleman and being open.
Bruh.
Okay, so here's another situation where she's asking you to be exactly the opposite of something she's going to be biologically attracted to. Remember that if you are showing that vulnerability, no, that is not your job to show that vulnerability. That is not going to get her to say, "Oh my God, I just got to jump this guy's bones right now." Not saying that you need to go for that every single time, but what I'm telling you is that showing vulnerability is not expressing the masculine side and the leadership side of you. You're showing her where you fall short, or not where you fall short, but something that makes you emotional, some way that the world has gotten to you. I'm not saying that can't ever be known or that can't ever be shown in a relationship, but I sure as shit wouldn't be doing it within the first 3 dates, 3 months, maybe not even 3 years.
All right, says her top artists are Sleep Token, Icy Stars, Somber, Tame Impala, Spirit Box, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Lola Young.
I've heard of 2 of those.
I like the little puppy in the back, her dog.
Oh, those are.
Man, she got some cute little tats on her too. I'm hoping you know how to treat a lady and know what you want in a potential wife.
Bless that bitch.
That's the best thing she said all night.
So we know she's got a great set of tats on her. Cool. Fluffy dog.
That's funny.
Yeah. She's definitely descriptive. There it is. She's definitely descriptive. She's definitely concise with it. She's not really my type, but I think that if she is your type, guys, this is the kind of thing that you can. These are all conversation prompts. These are all things that you should be able to utilize as a means of never running out of things to say when and if you do get that conversation time with her. If you're going to get at her, I would say that you've already got a few really good prompts, as they call it improv, a couple of good gets. There might be a lot for you to talk about.
Man, I like redheads. I like women in their 30s, but I'm out when it comes to smoking cigarettes, bro.
What?
I said I'm out when it comes to smoking cigarettes, bro. Let's pass on this one and keep going.
Yeah, and guys, we're not telling you got to shy away from that, but it's definitely just something that we're not really into.
Well, when it comes down to me dating, it comes down to my standards, and my standards aren't flexible because I'm not flexible. I'm not compromising. I know what I like for my life.
Right. But we make that known right up front. Because if that's something that's not compatible with what you're, no worries. We'll continue to search for someone who is.
Now, I've dated women that vape. That doesn't affect me as bad as cigarettes. But when they're smoking cigarettes around me, my clothes are gonna smell like it.
Mm-hmm.
The air is gonna be poison. They're gonna taste like it. It's just not a woman I'm compatible with. If she needs to smoke cigarettes to deal with her anxiety. Because
Yeah, I
that's
don't mind the
basically
vaping,
why
but
she has that habit. It's a habit of anxiety. So that's
yeah.
also a red flag that she has problems dealing with stress and anxiety. She's going to reach for something, a cigarette in this case, anytime things become stressful.
Yeah, and thus kind of introducing a little more chaos to your life than you need. And here's the thing. I'm okay with her vaping as well. Here's the thing. If you're gonna have that vape that smells like cinnamon rolls or something, and you're gonna come to my house with it, you better bring some actual cinnamon rolls for me because I don't want to smell it and not be able to have one. All right.
Now, let me check out Rachel's profile real quick, Johnny. Make sure I can share it. All right. Well, I'll tell you, Johnny, this woman at least filled out some of this profile. Took the time to. We got Rachel, 43. A little poolside picture over there. About Rachel. I adore dogs.
All right.
Christmas. Beards.
Bless that bitch.
And
There it is.
vintage items. I'd love to find someone who wants to explore new places and activities. On my own, I tend to be a homebody. It would be nice to have an activities buddy. But really, who likes putting pants on just to leave the house?
Bruh.
Can you read between the lines like I can?
Yeah, it sounds like this is kind of someone who wants to stick around and not do much. This is definitely and listen, if this kind of lifestyle fits your program, fantastic. But this would definitely be somebody who's going to be anchored to home a lot of the time, and probably won't be too what do you call it, compatible with either Uncle Bill or myself.
Johnny, what kind of activities buddy would she need that wants to stay at home and not have pants on?
Yeah, this is like this is like Netflix snack pump repeat. Actually, you probably should have the snack afterward. Well, it's not here.
And Brandy makes another point as well. Having to put a bra on to go out. So the woman's probably gonna have them titties popping out too when I come over.
Hit it.
Bro, not every time.
Bruh.
Ah.
All right, so let's see what she drinks socially. Quickest way to my heart, Johnny. Loving dogs, Christmas, and enjoying a variety of food.
You know something?
Bruh.
That is the first one I've seen tonight that didn't have at least one company line in it, though.
No, that's because this woman's being genuine and authentic here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, this is well thought out. I mean, again, not really my type, but I think this is definitely going to be able to give somebody a good idea of what they can expect in a relationship with her. And if that's something you like, if it's part of your program, if it's something you can work on, if this is somebody you can lead, great.
Okay, but this is what we talk about when we talk about when some of these women have a more solid profile, because they're putting things that are indicative to them in their profile and not just adding pictures from their camera rolls that got 100 likes on IG or something.
Right. Balloon pic looks pretty fun.
Has taken the time to fill it out. Win me over by putting in effort. I'll happily match it or beyond for someone I connect with.
Bless that
Okay, I like
bitch.
that she added that last part to that. This is a partnership and not just what can you do for me so that you can keep me. I like that.
Right. And Johnny, I got to tell you, it's my experience. Most women have this energy. They will match your effort or double it or triple it, because women can do that. But you give them something, they will double it or triple it. You give them
as long as there's that attraction and connection there. Yes.
All right. So I think she actually did a pretty good job with her profile.
Mm-hmm. Now, if there is no connection, you might find yourself pouring in a little bit more than you're getting out. And again, gentlemen, like I said earlier, that is a very easy trap to get stuck in, especially when you're young and still a little inexperienced. So We have our Q&A, and I'm going to plug our show on Monday here. We have our Q&A special on Monday nights at 9:35. So if you get into these situations, whether it's online dating or just dating in general, it doesn't even have to be dating and man stuff, whatever it is. If you're stumped, if you're stuck and you're not quite sure what to do, my email is in the description. Shoot it to me, shoot it to Uncle Bill here, and we will read your question on the air, and we'll give you the best answer we can, even if it involves a little bit of an uncle slap.
Well said. All right, Johnny, I'm going to pass on Rachel here. Almost never works out. Doesn't work for me.
Right.
But she does drink socially. So nephews, don't be afraid to go ask this woman to meet you for a drink at a bar.
Me too. I talk to myself and take a shot.
All right. So what are you going to do? One more or two more tonight, Johnny?
Let's see. I think we got one more in us.
All right.
We'll see if we can get this last second field goal here.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't place any bets on that. All right, next up we got Haley, 26. Says she works at Great Lakes Cheese.
Bless that bitch.
Nice.
I love an employed woman that makes good money. Not
And
that
good
I
cheese.
need anything from them. I just don't like dating women who can't take care of themselves, or they're not financially able to provide for themselves. So if she's working at Great Lakes Cheese, she's making a little bit of bread, dog.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
her.
I kind of find that the less less she's able to support herself, the more she has kind of an ulterior motive to get with me or you or whomever. So remember, if you got somebody who looks like she's financially got her back against the wall, I'm not saying don't date her. I'm saying pay attention to what she's bringing forth.
All right, now, Johnny, there's no bio here.
Oh,
That happens sometimes with these
a
younger
lot.
women in their 20s.
But hey, no company lines.
No company lines. And it
No
does
lines
say
at all.
she's looking for something casual.
Bless that bitch.
Okay.
Yeah, but even if you're looking for something casual, man, put something in the bio.
Johnny,
But her
there's
inbox is
nothing
probably
in here
full
but a
nevertheless.
few pictures from her camera roll. She put no effort into this thing.
Yeah, but how much? Like I said, guys, trust me when I tell you. Trust me when I tell you that her inbox is not only full, but it's full of guys who needed nothing more than what you saw in this profile here. So the guys in her inbox are pretty much a dime a dozen because they were swayed by 3 photos and no bio. No, I mean, if they want to go ahead and get lost in the inbox, go ahead. But she's shown us nowhere near enough to swipe right.
We're going to pass on that, bro. All right, I'll tell you what. Laura will be the last one tonight. Let me preview and see if we can show her.
This is it. I want to be the announcer for one Penn's home game just once.
All right, check this out. We got Laura, 32. And I got to tell you, Johnny, we're going to be a little disappointed here. She does not have a bio.
Man.
I know. I knew you'd be disappointed. Laura, 32. No bio. 6 foot tall. Frequently drinks.
Damn.
Never smokes. But you know what? She covered up her kid's face.
Oh, cool.
This is all we ask for, ladies. My character flaw is I schedule plans around major sports games.
I'm with her on that one. Yeah, I'm with her on that one.
Personal hell is long car rides.
Bruh.
What makes a relationship great? Being best friends.
And again, here's that term being thrown around again, which really I think she's mistaking friendship for, love and mutual respect. that is not necessarily the same thing as a friendship, and especially when you are already involving other things like, romance, sex, all the things that come with that sort of committed relationship. I think what she's talking about friendship is more of like that partnership that you have to add in addition to that biological, physical, sexual attraction that you guys have to each other. If that's what she means, hey, great. But if it doesn't, then I'm sorry to say it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me.
All right. I'm on the fence about this one. There's no bio.
Yeah, that's enough for me on that one. I mean, she's cute, but I'm
Right.
I'm out.
She got a kid. I like that. She likes to have a drink. I like that. These are things that make me think that her and I might be compatible. But I don't know. Where's Brandy at? Brandy, you still in the chat? I need a left or a right on this one.
Brandy, the tiebreaker.
The tiebreaker, Brandy.
The tie, Brandy.
I need to know, Brandy, do I
Bless that bitch.
or not? Maybe Brandy's not in here anymore.
Yeah,
Brandy
like
says
Randy Jackson
left.
would say.
All right, Brandy says left. Johnny, I gotta go left, and that's gonna do it for us.
I'm with her on that one. Yep. All right, that's okay. We got a couple.
Hey, I just want to thank everybody for watching tonight. I appreciate it. I know Johnny does too. And
Absolutely.
We're going to be back Monday night with an episode of Ask Your Favorite Uncles. So make sure you write in with your questions. We got you, nephews.
And get those questions in as quickly as you can, because I've already got one that I know we're going to be reading on the show. I could do 2, maybe 3 more. So, get them in as soon as you can. Emails in the description. Or you can shoot me a DM on Facebook. I'm sure most of you, a lot of you are at least know where my Facebook is. So hoping to hear from you guys then. Bill, what do we got?
That's it, Johnny. We're wrapping it up for tonight. Anything else you want to say tonight?
Yeah, young men, remember the weekend's coming. We won't be talking to you till Monday. Therefore, we will not be there to help you nor bail you out of jail. So please, no drugs or alcohol. But if you do drink, don't drive. And if you do drive, don't park, because accidents cause people. Good night.
Yeah.